everyone. I think. Oh shoot, my bad. I forgot I didn't have the camera on. How's everyone doing? So, I wasn't going to go live tonight, but I got some news today that I'm guessing that everyone else kind of got too. I knew it was coming. I knew like any day now it was coming. I just didn't know which day. So, hey everyone. Hey Suzanne, Anika, Reagan, Sunny, Chukati, Susan, oh Megan, feeling kind of breezy. The Dark Magician, Laura Nelson, Tia, Stella, Persnickety. Bless you. Rose, Marilyn, April, Yoo-hoo Shoo, what's up? Hey Leah. So how thank you, Claire. Thank you. You know, I just the only reason why I did the video that I uploaded that I posted today was I just wanted to put like clips together. I miss doing that. I didn't really care to make a video with me in it or whatever. I just want to put clips together, and I thought that I thought I'd give it a try and see what it looked like. And it's like I just took clips and left them in the order which they happened. Like I didn't move the clips around. I just picked certain ones and just kept them in the same order. And but I had about 3 minutes of it done. I'm like, oh, let's see if I'm wasting my time or not. So I played it and I laughed my ass off. I'm like, oh, that's all right. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. It was funny. So hey Jennifer. So I hear that her Twitter has been kind of crazy today. I want to check it out. So I hear she's been quite upset with Steve. Or should I say King Hamlet? There's a tweet. Someone took the part of Hamlet. I think it's the to be or not to be, part of the play, and they changed the words around and they kind of made it about Steve or whatever and about this whole drama. So I'm like, you need to do the whole play. So I went ahead and I signed roles for everyone. So I made Tina Hamlet. I think she'd be a good Hamlet, just saying. So yeah, let me share screen here. Okay. What was it? Say the 15th? Oh no, okay, that was 2 days ago. All right. So no. Oh, I knew this was gonna be good. I'm just saying I knew this shit was gonna be good. Shay Chicago, Aaron People Suck. Do you edit on your iMovie on your iMovie on your iMac? Yes, I do. That's where I do the majority of, pretty much all my video editing. I don't do my picture editing though on iMac or on iMovie. I usually do picture editing on PixArt, or I've been trying to learn how to use Canvas or whatever it's called, Canva, whatever it's called. I'm not very good though with learning new software. I've been using iMovie since 2012, and I just know how to use it. But it doesn't have all the features that I would like to use. So I really do need to become acquainted with newer and more modern software. I don't want to, but I will. I don't want to. So, but yeah, iMovie. I like iMovie, especially like if you're just starting out and you're just learning how to use like these apps or these programs. iMovie, I think, is a great one to start out with. So, and it was only like $4.99, and that was like back in 2012. So, okay, Anika, thank you. I'll check it out. Anika says, if you are looking for a new editing software, Final Cut Pro is a good option. So, let's see. Well, I am here. You can ask me. You won't sound ignorant. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? What do I mean? You ignorant. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Holy shit, I'm kidding. What, Sheila? Get out of here. Oh, wait. Yes, that makes sense. Enemy of my enemy. Now my friend. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense now. Here, let me grab it in comments. There, Sheila says, I've been offline all day aside from catching about 15 minutes of Charlotte's chat, being all sweet to iJessie. Why is that? Maybe because right now they're really hating on T-Spiracy. What does EKC stand for? It's just my initials. That's it's about how creative I am. So it wasn't the name I had for, I didn't have a YouTube channel when I came up with the name. I needed a name for my blog site because I was kind of making the switch from writing about vaccines to writing about drama and shit. So, and I just slapped a name on it quick and I went with that. So that's about it. Okay, so as you all know by now, probably, if you don't, then let me be the first to inform you. Steve McRae served Katie, or had Katie served rather, with a lawsuit today. I believe it was a defamation lawsuit. I don't know all the specifics of it, but I did know that it was coming. I had known for probably a couple weeks. I know like the gist of what it's about. I think kind of what really made it a possibility was it was on Twitter maybe a couple months ago. Someone, I think it was one of Uni's people or whatever, made a comment under a tweet about how, and they're saying this is like a dig to Steve. They're saying, you will forever be known, or your name will be forever like intertwined, whatever, with being a sexual harasser or some shit like that. And so I had commented, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of the problem, dude. It's because it's bullshit, and that's kind of the problem. So after that, like, it was seriously discussed. So I'm super glad that he went ahead and did this because, like it or not, whether you like Steve or not, and I get it, he's not everyone's cup of tea, and I get it. But you can't deny the fact that she definitely tried doing him dirty, like real dirty. And just, it's one thing if you do that, just, whatever, on the download, whatever, on private. But when you start trying to do it like on a big platform of yours on YouTube, that's very likely to cause that person some issues and problems in life, whether it be employment or personal relationships or whatever. It's just, I don't know. I think at the risk of sounding incredibly corny, what is it like with more responsibility? Where no, great power comes more responsibility. If you have the power to get into the minds of a lot of people, then you should take that on a bigger responsibility of not talking crazy shit. So, just saying. The people suck part is hysterical. I don't think so. Really? You think it's not? I didn't even add that because like I think like all people suck or other people suck. I added that because like we all suck. Like I suck sometimes. Like you suck sometimes. Just everyone sucks, dude. Just deal with it. Yeah, Steve is our leader, Tia. Exactly. Nothing's happened yet, Cosmo. Nothing yet. But I don't know if for those of you who are just coming in, Steve McRae served Katie Joy with a defamation lawsuit. And apparently Katie was served sometime today because she's been freaking out about it on Twitter, I guess. I haven't seen it yet. This is what like Tina told me. So Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Emily. I didn't even think about that. Emily D. Baker will be covering that probably. I want to cover it too. Ah, I can actually. Is it? It'd be a federal lawsuit, right? So it'd be on Pacer. Shit. If that's the case, I'll grab it now. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to read it quite like Emily because I'm not a lawyer, but I'm really. I mean, I knew kind of like the gist of what he was putting in there. I just didn't know the specifics. So I would love to see the specifics. Let me do. Me Messenger. Okay, see what he says. Okay, in the meantime, we're going to look at tweets. So here she is. She's talking about it. I'm guessing. I have receipts for days of the false statements, business interference, defamation, and attempts to harm a competitor's business. I'm sharing to simply remind people that courts do not look kindly on filing frivolous lawsuits. Are you kidding me? Sanctions can be demanded. Saying this for the people in the back. Filing frivolous lawsuits to seek revenge or harm someone is sanctionable. If you've been actively defaming and harming me, you can't claim I've harmed you by responding. Jesus Christ. Depends on how you respond. If you profited off harming me with lies, filing a lawsuit won't work. Also, she's been sharing screenshots of Steve. Okay. Damn it. I am right. You're right. Oh, it's not on Pacer yet? Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Even if it wasn't confirmed, didn't Katie kind of confirm the fact that she was served by like freaking out? Yes, put your flare. Well, I guess it's not. You think it is state? Okay, maybe it is. I don't know. I mean, and I know it's a defamation suit, but like he doesn't live in the same state as her. So who else is Katie's? I don't. I'm not at liberty to answer that. I apologize, Donna. Was it Donna? No, John. I'm sorry. I apologize, John. I'm not at liberty to answer that. It's from what I have been told. There might have been another TRO served. It's not 100% confirmed, but we think it is. It wasn't me. That's all I'm going to say. He doesn't have to in order to file state. Okay. All right. Oh shoot. I almost knocked over my chair. All right. Well, he's not answering me anyway, so we're going to go back to Twitter. This isn't you quoting that KJ needs to go down. She doesn't deserve those big checks. Why is it spelled with a Q? Again, sounds like someone that is committing a tort against my business and attempting to damage a competitor. What? How? This is a private DM. It's a private conversation. I mean, now if some like elaborate, like, I don't know, attack or whatever on her ability to like provide for herself, maybe, but it's just a private DM. It's not a big deal. Oh, okay. So apparently, no, they're not on Pacer or anything yet. Apparently, no, they were served to her directly in Minnesota. Or in Minnesota, apparently you serve first, then you file. That's weird. See, yeah, because you did not tell people in DMs that I'm harming people's children and that it was your job to expose me. Then you claimed if I move from one group to another scamming people, or then you claimed I moved from one group to another scamming people. You claiming you need to expose me seems to suggest you want to harm my business. Well, not necessarily. I mean, what is that? Why does she always come back to the argument? Like you can't hurt a competitor. I mean, does she not understand how capitalism works? And not to mention, like, our country isn't even just like strictly capitalism, it's crony capitalism. So of course these companies, all companies, are going to be out in every field, are going to be out trying to harm their competitors in some way. And really, what's your definition for the word harm there? I mean, if you sell more of a certain product or item than another company, is that considered harm? Because I mean, harm just seems like a very blanketed term. I don't know. Oh my God. This kills me. Wow, this kills me. She says, look, here you are admitting that your blog was hitting an all-time high when you wrote about me. Your blog is monetized, is it not? Because this seems to suggest your business did well during the time you say I harmed your business. You know, anytime I've heard him say this, it's never been about like income or whatever. It's never been about donations or anything like that. So, I mean, I don't know what she's trying to say here. Like, his blog site, I mean, I don't know if it's monetized or not. Maybe it is. I don't know. But he wasn't talking about, when he was talking about how the numbers, the stats or whatever, the analytics for his blog, it showed like the best outcome was when he had posted his Me Too segments. I never took it as he was talking about monetary. It was just about numbers, just about visits, the hits. It's crazy how everything is always about money. Well, how many of you guys remember this? She was nominated for Dumb Fuck of the Year. Tell me again how you're going to win anything against me when my claims will be hundreds of thousands of dollars more in damages. Jesus Christ. If that was true, if she could prove hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages, like, she wouldn't have filed like the second she realized she could have done that. I mean, nah, I don't buy it. Thankfully, we've been documenting everything. It is not me that was making dozens of videos. Well, where does she think everyone got videos from to make their videos? I mean, any statements made before August 16, 2019 cannot be used in a lawsuit for defamation based upon this. Several claims will go nowhere. I don't know when the date is in Minnesota. I know it was like around September or whatever. It's obviously not anymore, but What? Wow. Did she like stop tweeting about him at all today? I mean, it's a little nuts. Okay, what's going on over in chat? You know, I'm going to drop the link in case anyone wants to come on. I haven't done that in a while. So if anyone wants to come on and we can talk about the lawsuits. What I do know is that it is a defamation lawsuit. And a lot of it has to do with the sexual harassment claims that Katie's made, and specifically because she pretty much walked back those claims. She is, and if nothing else, she just completely made up those claims as time went along, because her stories changed, the details were added, and everything about it just seemed to change. So it's like the time Katie tried to prove she didn't call Sophie a brat. Yeah. It's like, doth the lady protest too much? I thought of something funny after last night's stream. Unrock and Keemstar should get together for a podcast called Wow. Hey, Suzanne, what's up?
Hey. I've just been glued to this all day, just laughing. I knew it was coming like you, but not like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was at work and I went to the bathroom and I looked at my phone for a second. I seen Tina had texted me. It was like an hour before I got out. She's like, "You're missing her freak out. Steve had her served today." I'm like, son of a bitch. So
That is so funny. And I may or may
yeah.
not have been talking to somebody else involved in a lawsuit for a couple hours this evening. So there's that too. So there's a lot of stuff coming down the pike, and I'm just like vibrating, wanting to talk about it, but knowing I can't.
So you're saying someone else is going to be suing her? Is that
Oh,
what you
yes.
said?
Yes.
Oh, that's because
Somebody else.
when Steve and I when Steve had talked to me about it one night, it was a couple weeks ago. I considered it too for a second, but I mean, I don't think I can prove damages. I don't even think I have damages, to be honest.
The same thing
but-
here. She's going after
Yeah.
me, but I can't prove damages. She's not hurt me.
Right.
She's helped me. That's what's
Yeah,
so funny about it.
I kind of wonder that too, for as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I think my reputation, to a degree, she might have caused some damage, but on YouTube, not so much. So
Yeah, I don't even think she caused my writing reputation much of a damage, because she was at Pathos for less than a year and I was there almost 10 years. That ought to say something.
yeah.
I still do some back channel stuff for them. So yeah. She when she left, it was not under good circumstances. She keeps claiming, that she walked away for her YouTube channel. That's not at all what happened. I saw the email.
No. Yeah, they realized that she was probably going to land herself in a lawsuit, and they wanted no part of it.
Exactly. Between the Tati Westbrook stuff and the things she was saying about Todd Chrisley, even all the way back then.
Yeah.
There's a reason when they pull all your content down, they just don't do that when you leave. They didn't do it for me. My stuff's still up.
Yeah, I remember you telling me not me specifically, but you were telling like all of us that Pathos, when writers leave, they always leave their writings up. Everyone pretty much leaves on good terms, but Katie left, and
It's
there's
in your
no trace
contract.
of her. Yeah,
It's in your contract. They have to leave it up. But there's no trace of her.
There's no trace of her. Oh.
They firebomb the site. So I keep hearing all these rumors, these various people are going to sue, and even Todd Chrisley. I think with him, it's personal. He's not going to fold like, how Tati let her settle. I don't think that's going to happen this time. And I know with Steve, he's not going to go for settlement.
Right. Yeah, I think like with Tati, she more than anything, I think she wanted her company back, or wanted to have complete, majority ownership, or complete ownership again, whatever. And so when that presented itself to be a possibility, I think she, naturally jumped on it. I can't imagine that there's anything that Katie has or could facilitate in some way something that Todd Chrisley wants. So I think you might be right.
I'm pretty sure you're
right. So yeah, I mean, nothing financial, obviously. It just nothing. I mean, Yeah,
He's already
he
said
just
they've examined her assets and there isn't anything worth anything. So here's what I'm
yeah.
thinking about the Chrisley lawsuit, and this could help Steve too in his. I think Chrisley's probably going to ask for her YouTube channel because that's listed as having a value, pretty high
You
value.
know, it possibly. Would it still hold its value though after it was like switched ownership? I don't know. I know
No,
nothing about
probably
this.
not.
Right. And if some sort of judgment was awarded, or a financial one, and it was something that had to be, paid in installments or whatever, because obviously, doesn't have a huge, sum of cash laying around to give to someone.
Right.
Then I think that they would want Katie to keep it because she's the one who's running it. She's the one who's bringing in the income right now. So, but yeah, but I'm
That
not.
could
I
be,
don't.
but if you want to shut her down, that's the best way to do it is ask
Yeah,
for that ask for the YouTube channel to be turned over to you,
yeah.
even if you just completely firebomb it and leave it silent.
Yep. That's the thing. Yeah. He's not after money, so he could be after just something like that. Anything, whatever, just to. I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, this can very easily be avoided. It could have been easily avoided. It should have
Yes.
been easily avoided, or should have been avoided easily, whatever. And it's crazy.
It is. I'm sure he's sent something asking her to take that stuff down.
Oh, like you think he sent a cease and desist?
He may have sent a
I
cease
have
and
no
desist
idea.
in the past. I don't know, but it seems like that would be your first step if you're going to go after somebody. And let's face it, if you're writing or doing anything like that, you're going to get some cease and desist. You're going to piss some people off.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
question
anyone can
is,
set out. Yeah.
yeah, which ones are the ones that are actually have a leg to stand up on, and which ones don't.
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah. Which ones are actionable? Which ones are just, trying to, call your bluff or whatever, bluff you out.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I can't wait to see where this goes, and I can't wait to see who all does eventually file.
I wonder if like Katie's going to file back against Steve in some way. Can you do that though? I imagine you
Sure.
can. These are civil suits.
These are
So,
civil suits. Look at what's happening with Tati Westbrook.
yeah.
Clark Swanson
Yeah.
filed against her. She turned around and filed against him. He's now turned around and filed again against her. So you can file. That's one thing that's interesting about the states is you can file against anybody for any reason at all. Now, whether it's actionable, who knows at that point, because a lot of things get thrown out. You remember Jillian Epperly from Jilly Juice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
She
remember
went
her.
after Katie.
Yeah,
But she tried to sue her in small claims court in Ohio, and you can't do that for defamation case.
small claims court for defamation. Oh my gosh.
Small claims court. She filed an Ohio small claims court trying to get Katie, and it was dismissed, was my understanding.
Yeah, I think it was dismissed over jurisdiction. I think
that's what it would have been. Yeah, they dismissed it over jurisdiction because Ohio has no say so over Minnesota.
Jesus Christ. I obviously, no one should really try to act out as their own representative, obviously, but some people really shouldn't do that in small claims court. That's hilarious.
Yeah, wasn't it Shakespeare that said a person that has themselves as a lawyer is represented by a fool? I can't remember who Shakespeare who it was, but
it's a fool for a client. Yep.
Yeah, it's a fool for a client. Right. So there's that.
Thank you so much, Tia Sabo, for the super chat. If Todd Chrisley gets her channel, they need to say she can't post online. She has claimed she is going after Steve.
I don't doubt she's going to go after Steve.
Yeah, she's definitely going to. What's this? Wait a minute. I just was sent a link about slap suits in Minnesota. Oh, oh, anti-slap suits. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to say, yeah, I want to say Minnesota does. They don't really have much in the way of anti-slap suits. I want to say.
I'm not sure this
Okay.
would fall under slap or anti-slap anyway.
It wouldn't. If anything, if Katie filed against Steve, I would think maybe. But even that, I want to say, isn't that mostly like government or like organization related? I mean, I'm not sure.
It's
At least that's
mostly
what I thought.
used when organizations are trying to go after small potatoes
Mhm.
or like other businesses and trying to make it so onerous on the person or the other organization that they go under. So that's
Yeah,
what a
just
lot of that is about. I
court
have to
fees.
look at
Yeah.
John Oliver again. Yeah. They just want to drown you in
Um.
legal paperwork and drain all your money.
Mhm. But this website here, that someone sent me a link to it, and it says Minnesota has a weak anti-slap law. It was enacted in 1994 and changed in 2015. They give their anti-slap laws a grade of a D.
Ooh.
So yeah, but I mean, I would think though that if there were decent anti-SLAPP laws, I'm not sure that they would apply here, even if it did apply, because Katie would be the bigger entity here of between she and Steve, right? I mean, because she's the
Yeah.
the larger YouTube channel, the more income from it or whatever. So I would think that it might have to be reversed. I don't know.
Yeah, she's a bigger YouTuber than
Yeah.
Steve is. I don't know how many subscribers Steve has, but she's kind of that 900-pound gorilla, which is why I think the
Yeah.
YouTube won't do anything about her.
No. Mm. Well, they can't really, and because I mean it's she's big enough to where it won't go by unnoticed, whatever it is they were to do, and
Hmm.
but she's still small enough though where they can let her
Can't
get
really
away
be
with shit
bothered.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I mean I think they caught a lot of slack. I think when they changed a lot of their ad revenue policy and
Hmm.
guidelines. I mean, like people are still bitching about this, and it's been like what, how many years? And I think they then started to really enforce or push censorship of any kind and shit like this, a drama, and in the drama community. I mean, people on YouTube will lose their shit. I think so.
Yeah, no, and it is funny if you're doing videos looking to see which ones they're going to slap you on the hand for. So many times
Yeah.
I've had to ask for a review. It's like, do a manual review. I didn't say any dirty words. I didn't violate your policies.
And some lately they've been taking so long to get them reviewed. I mean,
Yeah,
I
they
waited
have
like
been.
48 hours or more.
And that's the other thing I don't understand about her and her channel is how is she getting away with saying all this stuff about Josh Duggar and the like, and Sophie Long is still saying monetized. I just, it's like, has she
Yeah.
got the luck of the devil? What's going on here?
Well, from what I understand about the newest changes here with how they're doing the ad rating, um, like if you they do like a quick check through it when you when you put an upload up, and if something is flagged, then it remembers that something was flagged, and the more you get shit flagged, the more you get shit flagged. The
Yeah,
more you
I
have to
kind of
go.
figured it
If
might be
you
something like that.
Yeah. It's where like when they go through and do the quick check there, like with an algorithm, if nothing gets flagged, the more nothing gets flagged, the more they expect of you to have nothing get flagged. And that's how I read it as, so if you start getting stuff is getting flagged and you're putting it through as, oh no, yeah, it's fine. It's all good. Then the YouTube's going to be like, yeah, no, we don't trust your shit. So we're just going to flag everything now. And just, you'll have to manually get a manual review. That's how
Yeah.
I took it to be. Anyways.
Yeah, I've wondered. That's one of my questions about her. And hopefully all of our questions will be answered eventually as the lawsuit and discovery goes on and we get
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
the
I saw
information
some.
with some.
What is she saying? Oh, apparently she's saying that she thinks Steve should be worried about discovery. I mean,
Yeah.
what is she? I don't. I mean, I am not through. I'm not through all of her tweets yet, so I'm not sure exactly She may say it on her profile here, what she's talking about there. But I mean, what does she think is going to be discovered in Discovery?
I don't know. I for her, I would be more worried about Discovery on her end. How many months have we heard her tell tales about Steve? I keep saying Steve and his magic wanger because she keeps telling all these tales of the sexual harassment, supposedly SH by Steve that never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And the story keeps changing and evolving every time. I mean, she told it to me originally when it first happened and then changed it a couple of months later and told me a different story.
It's crazy. I mean,
It is.
I don't know. It's as long as I've known Steve, and he and I we've been talking. You know, we've had even just like Google Meet, meetups, just he and I. You know, nobody else around, and he's never even hinted at anything inappropriate before. Now, for granted, maybe I'm not as hot as Katie. I don't know.
Well, I have had conversations with him on the phone when I first realized that Katie was not a very honest person, and he was nothing but a gentleman. That's what blows my mind. But then again, maybe I'm not young enough and hot enough for Steve to do whatever Steve does that she's accusing him of.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, for her to just come right out and it'd be like, well, what was it? She said at Kay Baxter stream or whatever. Oh, suddenly we were alone in the live stream conversation or whatever. And then he started talking about his member. No, he didn't. He did not. No, he didn't. Stop it.
No, he did not. Yeah, exactly. He didn't do that. And for her to say in her TRO that it happened in the room they were in, it's like, unbelievable. He's in California, she's in Minnesota. I want to see how that happens.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing though, too, because, like a lot of these judges or their clerks or whatever, the ones who are reading these things, they're likely not all like caught up in everything on the way things work. So when they read in a room, they're thinking physically both parties are together in a room.
That's exactly what they're thinking. That's what she was trying to make them think, how she worded her TRO application.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's where she was taking advantage of that.
Right. Yes, Heather. Yes, you're right. It was actually, let me pull this up. Okay. Heather says, didn't she also accuse him of abusing her son because he talked about her saying he was misdiagnosed with autism? She has accused him of loads of stuff. Yes. I think it was more than just the autism, though. She was claiming that people were talking about his diagnoses. And
yes,
Steve was one of them. And that's what she labeled abuse. Yes.
She did do that, even though she herself has been the first to come out and talk about his diagnoses. So everybody's getting their information from her on that stuff. Nobody's making this up.
Exactly. Yeah. But I mean, I get it though. I mean, it really, there's no need to be talking about the kid. Let's leave.
No, I agree.
I know you do. So I mean, I get, mentioning it or whatever from her point of view for that reason. But yeah, her going, he abused my son. That was exactly what her comment said. He abused my son. Steve abused my son.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's crazy. And just like she says that her son gets all these death threats, I'm not buying that either.
Yes. Well, I mean, the email ones, I did see some email ones, like, because Natalie was tagged in a lot of them. I ended up getting tagged in some of them. I didn't see any of the crazy ones that she was talking about, but, some comments were made in these emails. But also, too, like you're saying, I mean, I don't think that these are like actual real threats from people who are capable of doing such harm. So
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I really don't think so. I mean, that's why when I started getting them, I not for 1 second was I concerned or worried about them. I liked they were funny.
Same here.
I mean,
they were kind of fun. So who's going to play you in the Lifetime movie they're going to make out of this huge hot mess? That's always my
Um,
question now when I talk to other people.
Probably Tori Spelling. What was that from? Is it from Scary Movie or something, or Scream? I forget. And, Rose McGowan's character is like, watch. I'm gonna be, my character's gonna be played, or I'm gonna be played by Tori Spelling or
Tori
something like
Spelling,
that.
that's right.
Yeah.
In the Lifetime movie. Yeah.
Yep.
That would be funny. But I would not be surprised if we don't see a Niacin type documentary coming out about this eventually, because it's just too bizarre and there's just too many people involved now. Now you got Todd Chrisley involved.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's, someone was saying, and I mean, I think that they were just, there's their own thoughts, their own speculations that I don't think it derived from anywhere, but they're saying that they think that maybe Katie was pushing a lot of this drama stuff, or the fuckery with the emails, whatever, because she was offered the chance to write a book about her experience with the lawsuit and everything. So, I mean,
Oh my
if she was
gosh.
actually offered, yeah, I mean, God, I hope not. I really hope not.
I hope not either. I hope not either. Now I could see her being offered a chance to tell her story on a documentary, maybe do a documentary or something, but I cannot see her getting any kind of book offer at all. I've been keeping track
Yeah,
of all of
yeah.
this. I've been writing copious notes every single day with the idea that maybe I'd write a book when this was all over, but this is just getting, you should see my notes. You should see my notes in my computer. I have this huge long thing, like everything that's going on. And it's just crazy when you go back and read it. And you're like, wait a minute.
I was doing that today. I was looking for something in my desktop folder, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize how many screenshots and shit I had saved in my desktop. So I'm going back and I'm
Yes.
going back and I'm reading things. I'm like, oh my God, it's like, now when you go back and you read a lot of this shit, now you're like, now that makes more sense. Or, you just, you have, like, I think, more eureka moments maybe. But I ended up finding a video that I knew I had somewhere, but I gave up looking for it like 2 months ago, because as another creator asked to, if I had it, because she wanted to do something with it. I'm like, yeah, I have it, but then I couldn't find it. So I messaged her. I'm like, you're never going to guess what I found. You're never going to guess what I found today. So.
Yeah. It's just one of those, she's offended
I'm sorry.
by the word. She's offended by the word penis, but she wants to. Oh,
Yeah. Crunch.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Remember
God.
that when she was talking with Kyle? She said,
Yes.
Captain Crunch made her think about sex. I just remember when she said that, the look on Kyle's face, and how he didn't skip a beat. He just went right into like the next talking segment. He was just like, nope, I'm not stopping here. Fuck you. We're out of here.
And to me, that's what was so funny about her having a fit about whatever it was that Steve said, is she certainly said a bunch of raunchy things on their channel in the past. So it's not like she is
Right.
one of the Duggar girls, never hearing dirty words, any of that. So that's kind of funny too, I think, with her.
John, I like your idea, your suggestion there. Here. No, wait, not that one. Where'd it go? You said one earlier than that. I think it was John. People were talking about like who would play me there. John, I think it was John. Anyways, someone said Pink. I like that.
That would be awesome. I like Pink. I love her music.
Oh, no, yep, it was Birdie. My bad. It was underneath John's comment. That's right. Birdie said it. I would love that. That would be, yeah.
That would be awesome.
Someone said it can't be Sharon Stone though. That's cool. Maybe like 1980s Sharon Stone, but yeah, let's face it, that's not going to happen.
No, that's true. Who knows? Who knows? Somebody asked me who would play KJ, and I said Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, because that was the only person I could think of with the same shaped face. I know this is cruel and bitchy, and I shouldn't even be saying this stuff, but I'm giving this a lot of sad thought, unfortunately. Oh
Oh my God. Oh, this is too funny. This is too funny. I almost wonder maybe this is going to like now set like a precedent. Like if how many other I wonder if this is just going to start like a snowball effect of lawsuits or whatever towards her. I mean,
I think
why
so.
not? It
I
could,
think
yeah.
so.
Because I mean, you think about all the other, and I don't mean like other like YouTube content creators, like us or Steve necessarily, but maybe that too. But think about all the like actual like stories or people she's covered, so like Micah Stauffer, like any of the Duggars, for example, or
I think
there's
eventually we're going to see the Duggar sue. I just have a weird feeling about that. Jim Bob is super protective of his image, and she has really tried to
Mhm.
put a dent in it.
Yeah, it doesn't help that Josh kind of helped her with that, but yeah, I mean, I think that I think he might want to just get through the shit with Josh first. Like, if Josh is, let off the hook or whatever, found not guilty, then yeah, he's gonna go for her, I think. And even if he's found guilty, I think he might just feel like he's got nothing left. Jim Bob may feel like he's got nothing left to lose, so let's go after her.
Let's go after
I
her.
think,
Yes.
yeah, I think either way, she might see something from them.
I think so too, because I remember when the raid went down in November of 2019, I actually blocked her because she kept messaging me and she was getting more and more hostile and cranky about everything. And we both had sources, I'm going to say, that were telling us what was going on the ground there. I'd seen photos. I knew darn good and well that Homeland Security was there. And she was just like, I got to have more information, more information, more information. Tell me what you know. So
Yeah, I
the
remember you.
time
Yeah,
I
I
knew
remember you
her,
saying
I
that.
would block her because she would get just out of control. And I just couldn't handle with that. It was like, nope, I got too much other stuff going on to deal with you on top of that. So,
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't even like her area that she really talked or covered much on. I mean,
no.
I mean, no one knew what that raid was for back then, right? I mean, it was never like really even. No one thought it had to do with CP or anything, right?
Well, some people talked about it did, and I was thinking no, because there's a very, I can't even think of his name right now. There's a state representative out west who has links to that area, who's also very religious, very strict religion, who had been in trouble for importing pregnant girls from, I think, American Samoa to that part of the world and then adopting their babies out to Christian families with illegally. And so there was that. And I was thinking, I wonder if the Duggars are involved in that. So there were like two or three things I was thinking it could easily have been. I mean, I thought maybe even Josh might have been selling cars from chop shops or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you look at the whole span of what Homeland Security does, it's a long list of things.
Mm-hmm.
And a
Yeah,
lot of them have to do with immigration and border control.
yeah. Anything. I mean, that even like shoot. I can't even think of the word now. I mean, they don't do this anymore or whatever. I don't think so much, but like they covered for like in the 90s and everything there, they covered all bootlegs and stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking of. They covered
Yeah.
a lot of that, all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, when I remember when that raid happened in 2019, I know like the first thought was CP. I know that. But then when nothing really was talked about, nothing like made headlines or whatever, I think people just assumed it was stupid shit,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that's the thing with the federal government. They'll take their time and they'll build their case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it'll be airtight before they arrest you. They have a 97% conviction rate. That doesn't bode well for Josh at all.
No. Molly Moo asks that this is the first I'm hearing this. Who are Phil Fox and Date McGowan? According to Todd Chrisley's tweet tonight, they have a goldmine of information against Katie.
Phil Fox
I have
and
no idea.
Dale McGowan both worked for Pathos. They both did work for Pathos. Phil was a little higher up the food chain. Dale was our editor. So I could answer that one. That's exactly what that's about. So I'm
So,
wondering if they're getting other people from Pathos to talk. Now that would be an interesting wrinkle.
so like the people you're talking about from Pathos, like their names, that's their names, Phil Fox and Dale McGowan.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Phil Fox was the guy that she had a very nasty email exchange with right before she quit, was fired, whatever. She showed me the emails. There were nasty words flung back and forth between the two of them. It was very contentious. And he's no longer there, but I know that he really was going after her hard towards the end. She would write him and complain because that's all she did the entire time she was at Pathos was complain. And Dale was our editor, so Dale probably did get a lot of the complaining and griping and grousing. So there's no telling what the two of them could say.
That is interesting. I want to check out Todd Chrisley's tweet in just a second. Did she write about Todd Chrisley during her path? Oh yeah, did she? I don't know if she wrote about Todd Chrisley during Pathos.
She did.
I don't know if
she had several pieces up. One of them was the first time that she made allegations about his sexuality. She made allegations saying that he had released a sex tape of his daughters, all kinds of just really out there things that she said about him. If you need proof of it, you can always look under the Wayback Machine. It does not have the actual articles, but it has the headers. It says what each little thing is about. And there are a number of them up there about Chrisley.
Right. So does Muckrack and the Mighty. Like you can see, they have. You can see the listing, and you can get the original URL too. So
wow.
Yeah, so if you can copy the original URL, and then you can go to the Wayback Machine to see if maybe it was archived or copied or something there, or you can go to archive. Was it .something s or whatever?
Yeah, I know you do that a lot better than I do. I'm just sticking to the poor Wayback Machine.
I never have that great of luck with the Wayback Machine, but I've been having a lot of luck. I mean, especially when it comes to, if you want to, in my experience, if you want to find like maybe social media pages or profiles or whatever, like the Wayback Machine just sucks in my opinion. But the archive whatever site, yeah. So, and there was Annie that showed me that one. I mean, I think I think she's probably documented a lot of like Katie's social media on that site.
Wow.
Okay, so Todd Chrisley says, "Oh yes, Phil Fox and Dale McGowan are sitting on a goldmine of info about Katie, and we are coming for it and thrilled for the offer. Oh, thrilled for the offer. See, I think I need a new eye exam, but holy shit, the offer.
Yeah, is that pretty crazy or what?
Yeah. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Like I said, he's big mad. He's big mad. There's not going to be any settlement on this one.
Oh my God. You got to think about it too. I mean, it can't really exactly bode well or reflect well for any site like Pathos to kind of just like hand over shit like this on one of their former writers or whatever. But this, of course, I think would be an exception, because of all the shit that's happened, the history here. But how upset are they though for them to just be like cool with it? If they're still representing Pathos in some way, I would think that there'd still be a part of it like, I just better not, I don't want to, screw up my standing in the company or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know. And I think
I'm
really surprised that Dale would do that because he's Mr. Happy-go-lucky, get along with everybody, makes everybody work right. He was our editor there. Neither Phil nor him are still with the company, but Dale still publishes a blog through them. He does. So there's that. So I'm kind of surprised to hear those names coming up like that.
Wait, are one of these guys the Laughing in Disbelief channel?
No, that's Andrew Hall.
Oh,
Katie
okay.
still
All right.
goes on his show occasionally, but so do I. So, yeah, and Andrew Hall.
Okay. All right.
And when
Wow.
the Tati thing was going down, I sent him links to everything and said, "Look at your friend, buddy."
Oh my God. That video, I did still find that video hilarious though. When she went on their YouTube channel, and
Yeah,
but the other guy that was on there, and he starts telling the story and everything
yeah,
about
Jack.
when he worked for the newspaper company. The look on her face too, when everyone realizes it's a joke, the look on her face, she's just like, like
No,
this.
that was
You
so
could,
funny.
yeah,
Oh my
she's just like, you're
goodness.
sitting there thinking like, this is the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah, because it didn't revolve around her. And she didn't get it.
Oh God, it's funny. All right, I have to change my earbud real quick because these keep cutting out for some reason. All right, so I'll be able to hear you. There might be like feedback from the microphone for a second.
That's fine.
Let's see. Actually, no, these aren't even shutting off yet. All right.
Oh, good gravy. I just realized what time it is. My husband's going to be coming in here in a minute going, "What are you doing on there? It's bedtime, blah, blah, blah."
Annoying. There we go. All right, now I should be able to hear you.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, shoot. I'm connected. I just have to connect it through StreamYard first. I forget. I always forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay, there you are. All right.
Yeah, I tried to use StreamYard a couple times, and I'm now technically inept after many years of doing real well with technology. So I don't quite have it figured out yet.
Yeah, I'm not very happy with. I don't know. I mean, streaming they make it very easy. They do, but I just wish that whatever the glitch is on OBS that it would get fixed for the iMac. So like
Yeah.
it'll stop just twitching, and it's not just my computer. It's all the message boards. They all say the same thing. So, and I thought that they did, but apparently they didn't. So
It doesn't
I
sound
wish
like
they
it.
would.
I need to start using them when I do my Nigerian romance scammers so that I can show my screen because yeah.
I did one of those. I wrote them back.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah, they never got back to me though. I don't
Ah,
know.
that's funny. I used to do scam baiting as a hobby for many years until my husband was like, "You guys stop doing this. Some Nigerians going to show up at our house and do X, Y, and Z to you."
Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, sweet home Amanda. Much love, Aaron. Yay. Oh my God. This is funny though. I'm dying. I'm so curious to see what the guys from Pathos there are handing out, what they're contributing rather. I'm like,
We
oh my
all
God.
are. That
So
is
freaking
crazy.
curious.
That is crazy. I wonder all who he's talking to because I know he's talking to Steve.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the
I know
guys from Pathos, they're talking to Steve?
No. I'm
Oh.
meant Chrisley.
Oh,
I'm really
okay.
curious. I'm sure he's
Yeah.
talking to everybody who has a negative story about her.
Well, yeah, I seen that on Twitter. Like a couple people like tagged him, and they're like, hey, I have this information if you want. And then like within minutes, he's like right there replying to the tweet, like on almost
Yeah, he
everyone.
is.
It's crazy. So
It is pretty crazy. Hope he gets what he needs.
yeah, it sounds like Tatsy is prepared and did his homework. Yeah, it sounds like he's not leaving any like stone unturned either.
No, he's not, is he?
Mm-mm. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to find enjoyment or whatever. It just didn't like her shit crashing down on top of her. What I'm not, but it just she's caused a lot of harm, though. I mean, with the shit that she's claimed, and the how far she's gone to claim it, to push it, and then to double down on it, and then to just keep perpetuating it. I mean, she has, like it or not, she has.
I know that. I know that's the scary thing. There are real life consequences to some of the stuff she does. That's why I get so upset with her when she speculates on the sexuality of children who are still
Yeah.
stuck in the whole religious thing. She doesn't understand she's putting them at risk. Um, she's putting them at terrible risk when she's doing stuff like saying that the eldest Duggar daughter is a lesbian. She can't say things.
Yep.
There
Yeah,
are
'cause
real world consequences for those people.
Yeah, because even if they're not, even if they are, heterosexual, well, now you just put it in the minds of their entire community that
Right.
they're not, So I mean, you created a problem for them where there might not have been one.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
she's done that to a number of Duggar kids now. She's speculated on sexuality in a way that it's just really kind of disgusting and disgraceful.
And even when she's talked about it regarding Todd Chrisley, I mean, why does it matter? I mean, I understand, some people
Exactly. Who cares?
But yeah, who cares? Who cares? I mean, I don't know. It's like, I don't think anyone watched his show because they were, I don't know, they enjoyed seeing who he curled up in bed with. Like they had nothing to do with why people watched his show. He was funny, he was a smart ass, whatever. That's why people watch his show. I just,
Yeah, I assume that. I've never watched his show. I know it sounds crazy, but I haven't. I've seen him on commercials only. My husband's watched his show a few times and really likes him a lot. So I'm gonna have to check it out now. I usually don't watch much reality TV.
I don't either. I never have. Like, I think the only reality TV shows I got into was Jersey Delicious and the Amish Mafia. I like the Amish Mafia. But yeah, even Chrisley Knows Best. Like, I maybe a handful of times, but I mean, that's one of the shows that I minded the least. I think maybe like the 90 Day Fiancé and show like that. I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
Here at the house, Love After Lockup is king, so that's the only one we watch.
But yeah, that'd be interesting. I could see that. But I mean, like, you like that? You liked it too. But I mean, like, Love After Lockup, because I mean, that is regardless. Everyone who's in lockup is going to be faced, with working through it, and a lot of people who aren't in lockup are going to be faced with going through it. Where 90 Day Fiance, it just seems like you're manufacturing an issue to go through something. I don't know, like.
It is kind of fake. Have you seen Legal Eagle? He's a YouTuber I watch frequently.
Yeah. Yep.
He did one on 90 Day Fiance and he debunked some of it actually.
Yeah. No, I don't doubt it. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you want like you want the situations in which you are watching humans work through it to be situations that happen organically throughout life or throughout everywhere. When it's stuff that has to be manufactured, then it just seems like a waste of time, effort, and energy. I don't know.
No, I agree. I totally agree. Scripted reality shows are not real.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which, that's another person that could easily sue, Janelle Evans. And who was the other one? Amber Portwood.
Yep.
Amber Portwood would have a really good case considering that KJ actually called the law on her at one point. I think it was.
Yep. And between that and was it anything that Katie related that, I mean, because Amber Portwood's not on the show anymore, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't watch Teen Mom. I sorry, I just never did.
Neither did I. But I knew who they were for my kid.
Did Katie though did anything she did contribute to Amber not being on the show at any point?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she did or not, whether it made any kind of difference.
Okay.
I think it could be said that she contributed partially to Janelle Evans not being on the show with her constant reporting of everything that went on.
Mm.
But
Wait.
as far as Amber Portwood, that took place before I was even paying attention to what Katie was doing. Well, I was still talking to her, of course, but in one ear and straight out the other when she would
Yeah.
tell me these things.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Because I know like there was, I think it was throughout some part of 2020 though. There's all this scandal or talk or whatever because some of the cast members had tweeted like racist things or whatever like years prior.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if like maybe I don't quite remember it, but I don't know, I get a feeling that I heard something somewhere that it was as some sort of situation like that, like Katie was pushing something, and that's because that was happening, that it just the show looked negatively on Amber, and it affected her standing in the show. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not even sure. Like what I'm saying is something I'm attesting to being right. I had a feeling that it's something along this lines.
Yeah, I would not doubt at all. I didn't know, like I said, I wasn't really paying attention. I know that she was talking about calling the parole officer or the police or something about Amber Portwood.
Without a lawyer says she was trying to do that with Kale. Okay. Yeah, there were a
Oh,
couple. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
And she did that when she was still on Pathos with somebody from the free birther community too. She called law enforcement on somebody whose baby died because they did a home birth.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everyone has their opinions about that.
Exactly.
and
The same thing
I
with the
mean,
anti-vax thing. Everybody
right.
has their
Exactly.
opinions.
Yeah. But I know that there's I'm beginning to think that there might have been more than one situation though involving the free birth movement, because the one situation that I am familiar with, because it wasn't just Katie, it was several
Oh, were you
admins of
involved in
this.
that then too?
Well, no, I didn't really do much with the free birth movement, because I don't know, I had my hands full with vaccines, but
Yeah.
but a lot of the people who we interacted with, did both or did the free birth movement. And like the one situation that I'm familiar with that I was like read into or whatever, that Katie was involved in which authorities were called. It wasn't because a baby had died. The mother was still in labor when they called, but it was
Oh,
after
that
someone
one.
else. Yeah, it was
Yes,
after
I
someone
remember
else.
that one too.
Right. And the thing is like the community, the community that I was a part of there, they were still kind of, on edge, because it wasn't like less than a month prior that they had watched the threads and everything in this group play out of this one mother delivering, and she ended up delivering a stillborn because she was in delivery for like 5 days or something like that.
I remember that one too.
Yeah. So it was after
people
her.
would always try to get me to cover those things for NLQ, but let me tell you something. If you're writing, stay very far away from the free birth movement, no matter what side you're on. It's so controversial.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was like within a month or so after that, there was another mother who was starting to go through the process and everything. And she, when she made a post about, it was like, I don't know, it was like almost 48 hours or something after her water broke, and she was starting to see like the discoloration and everything. So that's when people got scared, and they called for a welfare check. Again, I understand that people don't agree, and I'm not going to argue with you. I don't think that there is any one right answer here. I don't.
Right. I agree.
But I do understand where many of the people who participated in this were what they were feeling and why they were feeling the way they were feeling. I get it. I don't know. For the life of me though, I don't understand why anyone, I don't care. It is not just a woman thing. Where anyone would be cool though with just taking these risks with their fucking whatever. Okay.
No,
I'm not gonna
I
get
hear
into that
you.
now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. No,
but
I
it's funny though how you're
perfectly what you're saying.
want to like avoid the free birth movement and everything. another
because if you write
group of
about
people,
them,
and I'm not
whichever way you
disagreeing
write
with
about
their
them.
beliefs or their tenets. I'm not, but you just definitely don't want to get into an argument with in any way, shape, or form. Is
What I'm talking
um,
about.
the
You're going to piss somebody
the
off when you
breast
cover
is
that.
best movement. They're very,
Yeah.
very passionate.
Yes, I know. I know. So we stayed away from that sort of thing. We had a situation that was similar.
She's there. Why can't I hear?
I don't know.
Why
But
can't I
it
hear
is
her?
midnight here, and I'm going to have to sign off before I turn into a pumpkin. My husband's probably lurking outside the door wanting to know, when are
Oh,
you
okay.
getting
Why did I
off?
go back to my other ones? Oh. Okay, now I'm back. All right.
Okay. I
couldn't
was
hear
just
you.
saying
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go because it's midnight, and this old lady turns into a pumpkin.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up wrapping this up in a few minutes too because I'm exhausted. I need to go to sleep myself.
Yeah. Everybody
but thanks
does.
for coming.
Okay. Night,
on.
everybody. I'm
good
going.
night. Bye. All right. So I don't know if you guys all heard me or whatever, but my earpods or whatever turned off and went back onto the pink ones that I don't have in my ear anymore. Okay. Yeah, I was saying though how yeah, if you're going to do any kind of parenting or whatever advocacy of any kind on social media, you don't want to get into arguments with the breast is best people because they're very passionate. Very passionate. See if I try to give oh. Well, so yeah, for those who were not here to hear me say it earlier, Katie was served with another lawsuit today. And it wasn't from Todd Chrisley, it was from Steve McRae. So things are going to get interesting. This shit's funny as hell. Am I kidding? Oh, yep. They made me feel like trash at 17 for not breastfeeding. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I share your sentiments though, but I'm not going to get into it because I will. People will end up feeling offended. That's how it works. Vegans are another one too. You don't want to get in arguments with vegans. It's not fun. Oh, hey, Steve. I thought I saw you in here. Oh, and by the way, Suzanne, Steve had said that the reason why he never sexually harassed us is because we're both way out of his league. So now it all makes sense. And I'm not saying anything bad about vegans either. I'm not. You do you. I hear you. I get it. I think it's an admirable thing to do, whether you're doing it for diet or whatever, or because you just love animals. I don't care. It is an admirable thing to do. So I'm not even knocking it. I couldn't do it, but that's all. Yeah, our cult leader. I kind of want to call you like the ghost of King Hamlet now. Oh, yeah, Jennifer. Yeah, lots of hospitals are requiring it though now. The breastfeeding educators make you feel like crap if you want to use formula. Yeah, unfortunately, I think you're right that a lot of hospitals are actually pushing that route. I think that once it starts to become a problem, then the hospitals realize how harmful, what they're doing is, and some of them will, have already kind of straightened some shit out. But yeah, most of them are still ignorant to it. And really, it just fed is best. I'm sorry, fed is best. Hey, I'm vegan, but yeah, best not to go there. It's a hill we're always willing to die on. I know veganism isn't a diet. I know. I hear, but I know some people will kind of go that route more or less for diet and health purposes rather than, for the love of animals. Maybe it's both, but one may be stronger than the other. That's all. But even, yeah, you're right. It's not just a diet or whatever. It's a way of life. That's for sure. See, now was it vegetarian? I could do that. See, I could go without the red meat and shit like that, and chicken or whatever. I could even just keep it fish, but I can't go without dairy. I mean, I just can't. Like eggs and butter. Like I can go without milk, but I gotta read that. That's funny. Where'd it go? Oh. Crystal says, I just saw a bit of charlatan on the web, and she mentioned the Katie lawsuit, and she said that she doesn't have a dog in the race. And I thought, is she calling Steve and Katie dogs? Yeah, I kind of think she's got a little bit of a dog in the race. She doesn't have the same kind of dog in the race as like Katie or Steve or whatever. But I would say that the shit that she's kind of been supporting being said about Katie and especially about Steve and those of us who, are associated with Steve, I would say that she's kind of tried to create a dog to put in this fight, maybe. I don't know. But hopefully she does stay out of it. That would be, I think, ideal. Fair enough, Linda. No, it's not both. No, I know it's not. I'm saying for some people though, who would take it on, everyone, they have their own reasons for doing it. But you're right. As a whole, it's not. I agree with you. And don't even go there with the bloody vegetarians. I can see that again. Like I said, I do find it very admirable. For this reason, like you're saying there, here about the animal rights and everything, that is very admirable. So, fake vegans, yeah. The joke was because she accused Julie of calling her subs dogs. Oh, because Julie mean bulldog. Okay, all right. Oh, bulldog. I don't have a dog in this fight. Okay, I get you. I get it. Oh no, so no, I'm not going to. Nope. I learned my lesson about that a couple years ago over on the vaccine page. Well, I was teasing. I was kind of being a dick, I guess. I don't know, but I kind of did start an argument, and I don't know, and no one won really, but mostly no one won because you can't win. You can't. When it comes to vegans, you cannot win. You can't. Yeah. See, she likes me. She doesn't want to argue either because there's no winning. But I had made a comment, and it wasn't that I was trying to like troll vegans. It wasn't like that. But there are some anti-vaxxers who are vegans, and I was trying to troll the anti-vaxxers. So, and I kind of came at him from the whole vegan part of it, I guess. So I tried breaking their balls, saying how well, if you breastfeed, then you're not vegan. And well, boy, I think that they might have heard that before because they were like prepared for that argument. And like, I was like, shit, what I get myself into? So after that, we had a real no more arguing with vegans, no more. Yeah, no, they're not preachy. It's not even like that. Like some are, but they don't have to be preachy for for you to get your ass handed to you. They don't. Yeah, that happens a lot, Sue. A lot. She says a friend of mine got abused yesterday for being vegan but getting the beer virus vaccine. Yeah, because of I don't believe that the COVID vaccine has this, but I'm not 100% sure. But some vaccines are like cultured in eggs or like human tissue or even like animal tissue. So that's why like the vegans jump on that train, jump on the anti-vax train pretty much. Oh, wow, my stomach just growled crazy loud. But yeah, that's why that and the anti-vaxxers they push the whole pro-life movement or whatever. Like they try to prop them up too because some vaccines are cultured in like human tissue that was derived from two elective abortions. One I think was in the 60s, one was in the 70s. And so they kind of run with that whole narrative like, oh, if you're really Christian or Catholic and you're against or you're pro-life, then you can't get vaccinated because this is why. Stupid. I don't know. Yeah, fertilized eggs. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Belinda says here. Yeah, we heard that one before. You got to do better than that. You can see, no, Robin. Sorry, but vegans don't ever respect the choices of non-vegans, although they might pretend. Yeah, pretty much. But I will say this much though. I mean, there are some that are preachy, yes, but doesn't matter what it is, whether it's veganism, whether it's vaccines, whatever. Just you got to sit back and let people do them. What if they come to you and ask? Then hell yeah, jump on that shit. But short of that, But on that note, I am going to call it night because it's after 2 a.m. and I need to get some sleep. But I have tomorrow off, so I'm planning on doing a stream at some point tomorrow night. I'm going to definitely go on earlier though than I've been going on the past couple of nights. I'm not doing no midnight shit tomorrow night. So and hopefully I will finish the other. I think maybe it was last week I said I was working on 2 videos. Well, the one I published today was one of them, and I'm hopefully finishing up the other one tomorrow. So, but Steve. Okay. On that note, good night, guys. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.